Hello, traders. FX Pep Collector here. Today is Tuesday and it is May 4th. How is everybody doing today? Hopefully, everybody had a good weekend. Everybody, hopefully, had a good week to come. Hopefully, the best of luck to all of us, definitely. So yeah, I like to do these live streams, to it's kind of replacing my PM videos, but I think it's a really good way to interact with the members of the group. It's a really good way to, say thank you for everybody that does join my membership, and it's a really good way to say thank you to all of my subscribers on YouTube and stuff. So definitely do appreciate that. So, I mean, really, the main purpose of these live streams is to take requests from the people in the audience. So, if you do have some requests, definitely put them in the chats. I'd be more than happy to look at basically anything. And I like to do these live streams every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 4:30 UK time or at 11:30 a.m. New York Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah, like I said, if you do have any requests, definitely put them in the chats. I'd be more than happy to look at basically anything. And I do want to start off by analyzing the U.S. dollar index, and then I'm also going to analyze the euro dollar, the pound dollar, and I'm also going to analyze gold because those are the top three videos that I do every day, and those are the videos that are actually getting replaced by the PM videos. So we're going to start off by looking at the U.S. dollar index, and then we're going to look at the euro dollar, the pound dollar, and gold for sure. So yeah, let's start off by checking out this U.S. dollar index while we're waiting. And like I said, if you do have some requests, definitely put them in the chats. I'd be more than happy to look at anything. I basically will look at anything for anybody. So put it in the chats. I'd be more than happy to check it out. But anyways, let's get started. So the U.S. dollar. Now I was mentioning this last week in my last week's live stream, and I've been mentioning this pretty much every day in my members Zoom meetings that I do every day. But I was saying that this move up right here, if it's only a correction to this last wave, then it's likely that the correction was already over, and it's likely that it's going to go down, break the channel, and end up continuing the downtrend, at least temporarily. So it definitely did end up breaking out of the channel finally, so that's definitely a really good sign for this up here being the end of a wave C. Now, we have more than five waves now, and honestly, this move down could possibly be an irregular wave B, but it's probably not, though. I don't really think it is. I think it's just another ABC correction like a wave 6 and a wave 7. Trends can have as many waves as they want. So you see trends sometimes with, 6. It's always got to be an odd number, so like 5 waves is definitely normal. But you see 7 wave trends, 9 wave trends, 11, 13. You see trends with all kinds of different waves. Definitely 5 and 3 is the most common, but I mean, you see trends with all kinds of different wave counts. So basically, on the higher time frames, I am definitely still looking at this as a wave C. I still think that this is over the next coming months is going to end up looking something like this. I think we're going all the way down to about the 12.3 area to finish off what I think is an A, most likely a wave B, and I think it's going to go down to make a wave C. And now that we finally broke out of this channel, I think that pretty much helps confirm. I think at this point it probably is going to move up a little bit because usually you get a breakout retest, but I definitely would be looking for shorts. I think that this is the end of a correction up here, probably a wave 1, probably a wave 2, and we're likely in a wave 3 right now, which lines up perfectly with my dollar analysis if we actually start looking at my dollar analysis. Well, dollar pairs analysis, that is. So, yeah, like I was saying last week, that move right here was only a correction to this last wave. It definitely was not a correction to the whole trend. Now we broke out, so that's a pretty good sign that we broke out. The trend is definitely down. We have no breaker structure to the upside. We're actually making lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So we are definitely going down. We are definitely in a downtrend as you can see, and we are 100% looking for shorts in that downtrend. So let's continue to look for shorts. I think that we need to continue to look for shorts on the US dollar. We need to continue to look for longs on all the US dollar pairs. We look for shorts on the dollar CAD, Swiss. I don't consider the dollar yen much of a dollar pair, and I honestly don't really think that gold really follows the dollar that much either. It does to a certain extent, but gold kind of does whatever it wants to do. It's kind of its own thing. So anyways, let's switch over to my white charts. These are actually the charts that I do analyze every single day. Now, every single thing on this list right here, from top to bottom, I do analyze every single day. Full top-down analysis for my premium members in my twice a day Zoom meetings. So every single day I do Zoom meetings for my premium members. If you scroll down a little bit, it is only $30 a month, and it does give you access to my trading course, which is 35 videos long. It also gives you access to my daily Zoom meetings that I do. Every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I do a 90-minute Zoom meeting starting at 8 a.m. UK time. And every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I do a Zoom meeting starting at 1 p.m. UK time. They're both about 90 minutes long, but usually the New York meeting goes closer to 2 hours or longer, especially days like today when we had dollar news. We went a little bit longer on our meetings because we want to watch the news together and see if there's any trades we can enter together as a group. So that's definitely really good. Now, I do also share every single trade that I take, every single swing slash day trade that I take, I share with my premium members at the time of entry. I call it learn and earn at the same time because hopefully while you're learning to trade by following along with my Zoom meetings and by attending my Zoom meetings and by following along with the trading course, which is 35 videos long, hopefully you will be earning at the same time by following along with my swing trades. Now, you do have to be aware that I am not really a scalper. I do day trade the dollar pairs from time to time. I've been day trading them a little bit today. But if you do join my membership, you do have to be aware that I am definitely not going to be on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, or even 30 minute time frame trading. Most of my trades are taken actually on the 2 to 4 hour time frame. So yeah, let's go and we're going to analyze the euro dollar, we're going to analyze the pound dollar, and then we're going to analyze gold. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to start taking requests from everybody in the group that wants something looked at. One more thing I do have to mention is we have a very busy week this week. This is the Forex news calendar, and we have a lot of stuff going on this week. Monday was actually a really good day. Today we had job openings, which really was not that big of a deal. That's not that big of a news event. But we do have GDP for the Aussie tonight, and then we also have Canadian news tomorrow. Wednesday, we got Canada interest rate, which they are predicting to lower interest rates. And then we also have PMI news for the dollar tomorrow. We had the press conference for Canada. It should be a pretty big deal. We also have Europe primary parliament elections going on this week, which is definitely another pretty big deal for sure. And then we also have euro interest rates this week. So we have Canadian interest rates, we have euro interest rates, and then also on Friday we got non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll is actually one of the better news events for the month when you're talking about the dollar for sure. That is definitely a pretty good news event, and I definitely would expect to see some pretty good moves out of that for sure. So hopefully we'll get some pretty good moves out of that. It definitely seems like we should. So anyways, let's keep going. Let's go check out the euro dollar, the pound dollar, and the gold. Now, if you've seen my videos, I'm not going to do the full top-down analysis just for the sake of time, but I definitely still think that this right here is the end of a wave 2, and I think that this is a 1 of 3, and I think this is a WXY of 2. Now, we do have a little bit of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shape right here. We could have a wave 1. We could now go down for wave 2, and we could also go up for wave 3 later on. This is the daily, keep in mind. Now, we don't really necessarily have to make that big old wave 2. That's another thing you really do have to keep in mind. Especially when you have a wave 3 trend, most likely, which is where we're in, you have a wave 3 trend. A lot of the times, price will just continue to make higher highs, higher lows, and it'll just make higher low, higher low, higher low. This could easily make another higher low and just continue this high low, high low, high low series, especially because I do believe we're in a wave 3. Wave 3s are supposed to be the biggest, strongest waves of a trend. So this could easily just continue to make those high low, high low, high low series, definitely. Taking it down to the 4 hour time frame is where I got my Fibonacci retracement on this last series of higher lows, higher highs. It definitely is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So most likely minimum that we're doing right now is minimum when we're making a crutch into this move right here. Now if this really is a wave 5 of 1, then it definitely will go down and it definitely will break this low right here and make a big old ABC correction for the wave 2 and then go up and make a wave 3, and this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 1. ABC of 2, and then back up for wave 3. I'm actually not a believer that that's what's going to happen. I honestly don't even think that's the case. I think if anything, we're probably just in a correction to those last 5 waves up. I think we're likely to go down to a fib level, and I think we're likely to make another higher low and keep on continuing the uptrend. But Either scenario, I think we're going to be making money along the way because we're going to be learning and earning at the same time. Why? Because I would definitely say that this right here is a downtrend, either a wave A or a wave 1. If this up here is a wave 5, then this is definitely a wave 1, and then we're definitely going to make a wave 2 and go down for a wave 3. And guess what? I'm going to go short at the end of this wave 2, and if it's a wave 3, then that's going to be a very profitable trade. On the other hand, this could be a wave A. If it is a wave A, then that means this move up right here would be a wave B, which would be a crescent to the wave A. And that means that when we go short, we would still see a pretty nice profit, but instead of seeing a big old wave 3, we would see price go down to a Fibonacci level, make like that double bottom 3, 4, 5 shape, make a break of structure, and that would be the continuation of the uptrend. So I am definitely looking at this as either an A or 1, B or 2, and 3 or C. We don't really know what it is. We could try to assume what it is, but as soon as you start assuming things about the market, that's when you usually end up having a lot of losing trades. So if you assume that this is going to be a 1, 2, 3 and just keep on going down, then that will subconsciously block you from believing that this is a wave C. And when it does prove to be a wave C, you'll subconsciously block it, and you'll probably end up having some losing trades because of that. That's why I always label situations like this as either an A or 1, B or 2, because that leaves me open to let the market tell me what it's going to do next. So either way, I definitely think that we are most likely in a crescent, and then it's probably going to go down, and then it's probably going to go up. Or we are in a crescent, and it's a wave 2 crescent, and then once this wave 2 is over, it's just going to go down very, very strong like that. Either way, I think we're going to have a pretty good sorting opportunity coming up, probably tomorrow. Pound dollar, let's do the pound dollar also. I honestly don't see a break of structure. I was mentioning this morning how this could be a 3-4-5 right here, which I still think it could be a 3-4-5, and this could be a wave 1, a 2, and a 3. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this could turn down, could break structure, could make a big ABC of 2, and then continue the uptrend. Just like what I just showed you on the euro dollar, this could be a 1 of 3. It could go down this week and make a 2 of 3, and then it could go up and make a wave 3 of 3. Definitely a possibility that we do need to keep in mind 100%. But I'm honestly not really thinking that that's the case. And ever since we had the end of a crescent right here, we have not had a break of structure or a lower high, which tells me that we're most likely still in a wave 3. And there really is no evidence that the wave 3 is even over yet. And with all the news we got this week, I wouldn't be surprised if this made another higher low, and just kept on going up. We do have to keep in mind that the trend is your friend. I trade with the trend until proven otherwise. There is definitely no proof that this trend is over, so why would we start looking for shorts when this thing literally could continue to make higher highs, higher lows? Especially if you've seen my full top down analysis, you know that my target on the pound dollar is way up here. Either a running flat wave C or an expanding flat wave C. So I definitely think we have a pretty decent amount of upside potential on these pairs. Same exact thing as the euro dollar. This is obviously a downtrend right here, which is obviously either wave A or wave 1. I think this move up right here is a crescent to that move down, which is obviously a wave B or a wave 2. And then I think we're going to end up pushing down again for probably a wave C or a wave 3. If it is a wave 3, which it definitely could be, then this could easily just go down and stop breaking structure, proving that we have the end of a trend on the higher time frames. If it's actually not a wave 3, but it's a wave C, then it will go down to a fib level, probably make that double bottom at a Fibonacci retracement level, proving that it's a wave C and proving that we need to get back long for the continuation of this uptrend. So that's why I always call it learn and earn at the same time, because you, just like Mark Douglas says, you don't really necessarily have to know exactly what's going to happen next to make money in these markets. That's why I always label this as either an A or 1, B or 2, and then I know I'm going to go short here, and I'll learn whether it's a wave C or whether it's a wave 3 while we're earning. That's why I call my membership Learn and Earn at the same time, because hopefully while you're learning to trade by watching my trading course, participating in my live Zoom meetings that I do every single day of the week, hopefully you're going to be earning to trade by following along with my swing trades that I share with the group at the time of entry. And like I said, every single thing on this list right here from top to bottom, I do analyze every single day in those Zoom meetings for the people in my group. Excuse me. So And I do share every single trade that I take with the members. I share everything on the Discord. This so far this week I haven't posted any actual screenshots. And the trades that I've taken this week are actually trades that I closed out from last week. I closed a long on the Aussie CAD this week, very profitable. I closed a long on the euro dollar this morning. I think it was, yeah, today, this first thing this morning at 6 o'clock. Very, very profitable. We closed a short on the US dollar Swiss today, which was extremely profitable. Um, ended up going long on the US dollar CAD. I ended up closing my long from last week. That was about a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio right there. That was a very, very profitable trade. And I ended up closing my euro pound trade. I didn't really make much on that, but it definitely wasn't a loser. And I ended up telling everybody that I went long on the euro and the pound dollar earlier today. So I do share all my trades at the time of entry on Discord. So if anybody is interested in becoming a Patreon member, or it's not a Patreon, but a member of my group, then it's pretty easy to remember. It's fxpipcollector.com. And like I said, you definitely get a lot for your money, so it's definitely worth it. So anyways, gold, yeah, boy, gold just kept on pushing, didn't it? I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen. I even mentioned it today in the Zoom meetings for my premium members that there was a pretty good chance that gold was probably going to keep on going down. And it definitely did continue to go down, as you can see. So I think this is very likely a trend. I think this is very likely a wave A. I think this is likely a wave B. I think we're likely in a wave C, and I think we're either looking at a running flat or an expanding flat. If it's a running flat, then the 78 or the 100% is very, very likely. If it's an expanding flat, then the 161 or the 178 is an extremely likely place for this to end up. Either scenario, I definitely will be able to recognize it at the time of the end of this move. When we get the end of this trend, which is a wave C, it should be the continuation of the uptrend. My wave 3 target on gold is still $2,550. So we still have about $200 of raise on gold I think left. We're at 23 right now. And I think we need to go up to 25.50. So I think there's definitely going to be some pretty good long opportunities coming in the future. Taking it down to the 4 hour time frame, it definitely kind of looked like this thing was going to go up and break structure, didn't it? But guess what happened? It made a lower high, it made a lower high, it made a lower high. Did I ever mention that the trend is your friend? And when you trade with the trend, you have a way higher probability of being a very, very, very profitable trader? If I haven't, then I definitely think you need to do that. Use your roadmap time frame. The trend has been down on the daily ever since it turned down on the 22nd. The trend has been down on the 4 hour basically at the same time ever since it turned down on the 21st to the 22nd of May. You should have been doing nothing over the past couple of weeks by looking for shorts on gold. You could have gone short right there, you could have gone short right there, and you could have gone short this week right here, and you hopefully would have gone the big short last couple of weeks ago. And what would I be doing on gold? I would continue to be going short. Like I was just explaining on the higher time frames, this could go down to the 100, and if it breaks below that 100, it might even go down to the 161.8 or the 178.6. So there could be a lot of downside potential left on gold. And I'm telling you, if you were trading with the trend, you would be very, very, very profitable because you would have got a perfect little entry to go short there. You would have got a perfect little entry to go short there. You would have got another perfect little entry to go short right there. And hopefully you would have got a nice short back here and held on to it for a while. The trend is your friend. Trade with the trend. I think that the biggest problem with most retail traders is they think that they need to trade every single wave of the market. Just sit back and relax when the market's making these counter trend moves and just get in for these big old trend trades. They are way, way more likely to be extremely, extremely profitable. So what am I doing now? I'm looking for shorts at the end of pullbacks, and I'm doing nothing but looking for shorts at the end of pullbacks until the market tells me that the trend has changed. And the market definitely, definitely has not told me that the trend has changed as of yet. So we are definitely looking for shorts in a downtrend on gold, 100%. So, anyways, let's start taking some requests from the audience. Like I said, if you have something you would like me to look at, put it in the chats. I'd be more than happy to look at basically anything. I see a few people coming in already with some requests, so we'll start off with Skywick, the Aussie dollar. I see Skywick in most of these Zoom meetings, so thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. I think that the Aussie dollar is extremely clear what's going on. I think this is an A. I think this is three ways up for a B, and I think we're going down now for a C, and then I think it's going to continue the uptrend. I think it's actually extremely clear what's going on the Aussie dollar for sure. Looking at the 4 hour time frame, I think this is also very clearly one, two, three, four, five ways down. Very clear. And then an uptrend, a correction, and another uptrend. Now, the trend is up on all the higher time frames. I would expect that this would go down and probably at least at 100%. But guess what? The trend is your friend, and the trend is up on the daily, it's up on the weekly, and it's up on the monthly. So does price have to go down here like this? Or could price make a higher low and just continue the uptrend? Because the trend is up on every single other time frame. So just be aware that, there's really nothing wrong with sorting the Aussie dollar right now. Just be aware that if you are sorting it, that if you see something like this, even if it is a higher low, get the heck out of your sorts and go long. You should be primarily looking for longs in an uptrend anyways right now. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, I definitely would be looking for sorts on the 1 hour time frame and below, but I would definitely be keeping in mind that the trend is up on all the higher time frames, which means that the big money is still going to be made to the long side. If it does that, go long. If it continues to make lower lows, lower highs, continue to go short until you see that 3, 4, 5 shape that you see at the end of basically every single trend. Once you see that 3, 4, 5 shape, that's your cue to start looking for longs. I would definitely expect it to go down to the 100%, which is way down here. And I would expect it to take out that low. But I also realize that the trend is up on all the higher time frames, and if it does this, that is going to be an amazing long opportunity, whether it goes down it here or whether it does it here or wherever it decides to do it. We will be ready to go. We'll have our orders ready, and we'll be ready to go with our long opportunities for the continuation of the uptrend. Yeah, let's see. Aussie dollar, we already did gold. Let's go look at oil. I honestly think oil should be a really good learning example for most people because I know there was a lot of people that would try to go long here and they tried to go long here thinking that it was going to go up and break this high, but it never did. I personally think that we're in a wave C right now. I think this is a wave A. I think this is one, two, three, four, five of A. I think this is an A also. I think this is a B, and I think we're in a wave C. I think we're going to go down to the 78%. Then I think we're going to make an uptrend for the bigger wave C, and then I think we're going to make a downtrend for the biggest wave C. So A, B, C, or B, down for the big wave C. Definitely seems pretty clear, that's for sure. Going down to the daily time frame, like I said, this looked like it was bottoming out right here, but what happened? It never was able to break and hold above structure. What does that mean? That means that the trend never turned up. The trend has been down ever since it broke structure over here. This trend has been down ever since April 17th. And how profitable would you be if you were looking for shorts since April 17th on this? I think you'd be extremely profitable. Like big time. You would have probably got a huge short right here. You would have probably got a couple smaller ones in here, a nice short right there, and you'd be in an extremely profitable trade right now if you were trading with the trend. The trend is your friend. I personally think this is going down to at least a 78%, which is right around the $66 area. So I would definitely be looking for shorts in a downtrend, and I would definitely continue to look for shorts in a downtrend, 100%. So let's see here. Let's keep going. What else do we have for requests? Like I said, if you have any requests, definitely put them in the chats. I'd be more than happy to look at anything. So let's go look at the pound Swiss. Man, what a rally that thing has been, huh? I think we're in a wave C. I think we're looking at an expanding flat, especially when you look at the Euro Swiss and the Aussie Swiss and the Kiwi Swiss and even the dollar Swiss for correlation. Correlated pairs are such a big part of what we do to try to figure out these patterns. And I would definitely be looking at this as probably a wave C, and I think it's more likely a running flat wave C, but it definitely could turn into an expanding flat wave C. If it's a running flat wave C, then it's likely to turn at the 100 or the 123. If it's an expanding flat wave C, then it's likely to turn at the 161.8 or the 178.6. So either scenario, I think that we have a pretty decent amount of downside left. Once this trend is over, I'm definitely going to be looking for a long, because if this is an expanding flat and it does this, this is going to be the continuation of the uptrend. So as of right now, I would definitely continue to look for shorts, but you do have to realize that once this trend is over, it's going to be a really good long opportunity, I think. Nice little low high, low high, low high series. What would I be doing right now? I would be doing absolutely nothing on any single time frame except for looking for shorts in a downtrend, that's for sure. Man, these past couple of weeks, how would you have done if you did nothing but look for shorts at the end of three-wave pullbacks? 1, 2, 3 waves up, go short. 1, 2, 3 waves up, go short. 1, 2, 3 waves up, go short. I feel like those three-wave patterns are recognizable, and I feel like they happen on every single time frame, on every single asset pair, across every single currency and everything, really. ABC three-wave pullbacks are everywhere. And what would I be doing right now? Hopefully I would be short, and if I wasn't short, then I would have to be patiently waiting for another three-way pullback to go short for the continuation of the downtrend. You couldn't even pay me to go long on this thing right now. So I definitely wouldn't be looking for longs. I would be looking for nothing but shorts in a downtrend. So let's go look at the U.S. dollar Canadian for Carl or Charles. I think we're in an ABCDE on this. This is another thing we were trying to dive a little bit deeper in than today's meeting. I still think this right here is a wave one. I still think that we're in a wave two. A, B, C, D, E. And the part that really gives it away for me is that the wave A is a trend, the wave C is a trend, the wave B is a three-wave correction, the wave D is a three-wave correction. I think that we're in a trend for the wave E right now, and once that trend is over, I think we're going to go down in a big way, maybe even at the end of the week for a big old giant wave 3, because you do have to remember that this is a non-farm payroll week. On Friday, we have really big news. So we definitely got a pretty clear little trend line going on right here. I'm not much of a trend line guy. I don't really use trend lines much. But we definitely got a pretty clear trend line going on right there. Like I said, the wave A is a trend, the wave C is a trend, and the wave D should be a trend. I would definitely be watching these fib levels. I think it's probably more likely to go up to the 78.6, especially looking at other dollar pairs, but I definitely would be watching these fib levels for a short. I think there's a good chance it could make a lower high. It could possibly go up and make like an equal high, like something like that too. And it would still be a good shorting opportunity, I think, if it did do that. So I would definitely be looking for shorts in a downtrend at the end of pullbacks, 100%. Or at the end of this wave E trend is what I think we're in. So once we get the end of a trend, I think it should be for a really good short. Definitely. Until then, what would I be doing? I'd be looking for longs, right? Why? Because the trend is your friend, and the trend is definitely up right now. I mean, I would definitely keep an eye on the 78%. At this point, I feel like it might break out. It probably is more likely to go back up to one of these highs, then break structure to the downside, ending this wave E, and probably continuing the downtrend from there. And like I said, we got a lot of news coming out this week, so it should be a pretty good week for ends of corrections and beginnings of brand new trends. We have all kinds of news coming out this week starting tomorrow. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there's all kinds of stuff coming out. So definitely pay attention to your charts this week. We got a lot of stuff coming out. So like I said, definitely put your requests in the chats. The more requests I have, the more I will continue to live stream. Let me see here. let's see. Let me see. What do we got now? The pound yen, and the euro yen. Yeah, still continuing to be pretty dang strong, isn't it? Yeah, very strong. I don't know about this move. I think that you could be getting trapped in a sort if you are thinking that this is just going to go down and take out all kinds of structure. But I think that this is just a crutch into the uptrend. I think it's going to end up bouncing off a fib level and continue in the uptrend. I am definitely looking at these moves as a possible wave C. I'm definitely looking for the end of this trend. I'm looking for a Fibonacci. I'm looking for a 3, 4, 5 shape at a Fibonacci level and a break of structure to go long. I know that most people probably think this thing's going down in a big way, but boy, you have to keep in mind that these yen trends, look at this thing on the weekly. There is still no proof that this trend is over. We are still in a wave 3, and there is no proof that this wave 3 is over. I think that we have a decent amount of upside potential left. I mean, it doesn't have to stop here. It definitely could go down more, but I am definitely going to be looking for a long. When we do get that Fibonacci bounce, I am definitely going to be looking for longs in an uptrend 100%. We are very obviously in a wave 3 right now. This is about as obvious as it gets. 1, 2, 3. It kind of looks like it is slowing down, so maybe now it's going to go up and make a wave 4. If it goes down, makes a wave 5, then goes up and breaks structure. That is my long. That's where I will be going long for the continuation of this uptrend. 100%. So I'm definitely waiting for more long opportunities. I'm definitely looking for more long opportunities for the continuation of this uptrend. Definitely. And the pound yen is pretty much the exact same story. Especially the pound yen. I definitely don't think the pound yen is over. Especially because we didn't even touch this Fibonacci level yet. The higher time frame fib level has definitely not been respected yet. So I think there's a pretty good chance we are going to continue up on these yen pairs. I think everybody is probably all excited that this thing is going down in a big way, and everybody's going to end up getting trapped in a sort, is what I think. I think there's a pretty good chance this is an ABC correction. I think this is a 1, I think this is a 2, I think it's going to have to make a 3, 4, 5. It doesn't have to stop at the 38%. It could literally go down to any one of these fib levels, but I definitely know that when it stops, we should be able to recognize it as the end of a correction and the continuation of the uptrend, no problem. So I would be looking for shorts as a short time frame trader, but I would also be looking to go long at the end of this trend. I would definitely expect to see at least one more short, though. I would definitely expect to probably see something like this, and then probably a nice short for the wave 5. And it might not even be a wave 5. It could be a subdivision. It could push down to the 50% or even lower. So it definitely could go quite a bit lower pretty easily. But if it does make that 3, 4, 5 shape, if it does go up and break structure, that is going to be my entry to go long, 100%. Yeah, let's go check out Volvo for Speedo. And like I said, if you have some requests, put them in the chats. I try not to look at things more than once. So if you do request something that I've already looked at, then I probably won't look at it again just because I try not to look at things multiple times. So anyways, let's go look at Volvo for Speedo. He's one of my premium members, so I definitely need to make sure I look at his pairs. Volvo is definitely not. I don't trade individual stocks, but I mean, it works just the same as everything else. That's for sure. Pretty big push down. Oh yeah, I remember this from last week. We were looking at this as probably making some sort of an ABC, but did it already make the way B or what? I would kind of expect this to go up again. To me, it looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A. To me, it looks like this is a wave A right here. This is probably 3 waves for B, probably a wave C. I think this is going to go up again, and this is going to be like an A, especially because we haven't really broken structure yet. A, B, probably up again for a C, I bet. Then I think we're going to go down, and this is going to be in bigger A, B, C, and then probably continue the uptrend, I would imagine. Yeah, I definitely think the trend is not over. I mean, I don't really see any reason to think it's over on the higher time frames. It's kind of gets a little difficult to forecast when you're in when you're in all-time highs like that. It can become a little difficult to get a good forecast. But let's see if we're at a fib extension. Yeah, we definitely did go to the 100% fib extension. Probably why it's making a pullback, honestly. Oops. Yeah, I would say that's probably why we're making a pullback is because of that fib extension level. So I would be looking at this as potentially going up and then down and then probably up again. Some sort of an A, B, C, maybe something like this over here. A, B, C, and then continue the uptrend. I think it's pretty likely, definitely. So, anyways, yeah, I mean, you might get one more long out of it. It definitely looks to me like it's a B, C, or B. It looks like impulsive down, corrective sideways up, and then impulsive down. And then it should go up to probably at least the 50 to 61.8 for this A, B, C, or B probably. Or maybe it will just get lucky and it'll just continue the uptrend, but probably more than likely it's just an A, B, C, or B, I would say. So yeah, like I said, keep the requests coming. The more requests I get, the better, the longer I'll continue the live stream. Definitely. So if you have any requests, put them in the chats. Like I said, I try not to cover things multiple times because it's not really fair for the people that have been here. But yeah, there's a few things that I've been holding for quite a while. I've been in Yo Aussie for a long time now, and this trade is going amazingly well. I think that this is likely to go all the way up there. I've been long on this, I think, ever since right here. And I'm also still long on the pound Aussie. This is another trade that's going extremely well. It does kind of look like it could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I think it's probably more likely it's just going to keep making higher highs, higher lows, and keep going up. So this is another trade that these are all trades that I said with my members at the time of entry. Like I said, that's why I like to call it learn and earn at the same time. Because hopefully while you're learning to trade, you can earn by following along with my swing trades. And just be aware that I am not a scalper. I do teach scalping and I do scalp from time to time. I do scalp the euro dollar once in a while, but I'm definitely not a scalper. And the trades that I do provide for the group are not scalps. They are definitely swing trades. Some of them are day trades, but for the most part, they are all swing trades. I honestly think that the majority of people should be swing trading anyways. My old mentor used to say that the scalping strategies were invented by the broker because they want to bleed you to death. The more you get in and out of trades, the quicker they can bleed you to death, and the quicker that they can make money on commissions and spreads and all the stuff that they charge you for. I'm really not a fan of scalping at all. Now there are some good scalpers out there, and there's definitely a few people that can make money scalping. But I think that most people definitely don't make money with their scalping. Maybe one day or a couple days in a row they could make good money, but then they give it all back probably plus some. So yeah, let's check out the Kiwi Yen. At least the Kiwi Yen is bouncing off a fib level. At least that's a good sign. What's that? Cosma? Cosma? Yeah, it did pull back quite a bit, didn't it? That pound Aussie definitely did pull back, but I mean that's part of swing trading. That definitely didn't bother me. One of my entries was right here at this low, which was a limit order, so it really didn't go that much down. And my other entry was over here someplace, which yeah, that definitely did go against me a little bit, but I'm still holding both of these trades, and anybody that's following along with me on my Patreon, or anybody that's following along with me in my members area, is most likely sitting on a lot of profit right now. My first pound Aussie trade is 254 pips in profit. My second pound Aussie trade is 108 pips in profit right now. And my Yo Aussie trade is 131 pips in profit right now. So definitely extremely profitable trades. And like I said, every single trade that I take, I do sit with my members at the time of entry, which is why I call it learn and earn at the same time. You'll be learning by following along with my trading course and participating in my Zoom meetings, which is really focused on teaching, but we also do take trades in these meetings all the time. So you're going to be learning and earning at the same time if you're following along with my trades. But you just have to be aware that we are not scalpers, we are swing traders. The Kiwi Yen, just like the other yen pairs, I'm really not convinced this is over. Now, at least the Kiwi Yen is bouncing off a weekly time frame Fibonacci level. At least that's one thing it has going for it. But to me, this is definitely does not look like it's over. Now, I definitely think that you should be looking for shorts because it definitely did break down. But I would be looking for shorts pretty cautiously because I personally think this is a wave A. I personally think this is three waves up for a wave B. I think we're in a wave C right now, and it's likely to go down to maybe the 38% or maybe even the 23. Make a double bottom, make a break of structure, and probably end up continuing the uptrend. So I am definitely looking at this move as possibly a correction to the uptrend, 100%. So anyways, also, if you have not done so also, definitely join my Discord. It is 100% free to join my Discord. I'm trying to build a community of like-minded traders that are willing to help each other out. This is my Discord channel right here. We currently have 5,140 members. These are the chats right here. Definitely a pretty active group, and I post stuff in here all the time. I even post some trade ideas in here. I posted a whole bunch of trade ideas last night. These are some of the trade ideas I posted in the members area. So definitely join Patreon. It is definitely join my Discord channel. It is 100% free to join. You never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. You can stay a free member of my channel for as long as you want. You're not going to be able to get any of my swing trade setups that I share with my members, and you're not going to get access to my Zoom meetings, but you're definitely going to be in a member of like-minded traders. So definitely join up, share your charts, participate in the chats. You know, traders helping traders. That's kind of the whole point of my Discord is so that people can help each other out. So, anyways, does anybody else have some more requests they would like me to look at? If you have something you would like me to look at, definitely put it in the chats. I'd be more than happy to look at basically anything. And let's see if I missed anything from anybody. I don't see anything that I missed. It seems like a pretty quiet bunch tonight by the looks of it. I think everybody's probably getting ready for this week we have ahead. Like I said, starting tomorrow, we have a very busy week. And a lot of these news events I'm going to be live streaming for my premium members. Tomorrow's ADT non-farm payroll, we're going to be in a Zoom meeting. Tomorrow's interest rate for the Canadian pairs, we're going to be in a meeting. We're going to be looking for trades in these meetings. And then interest rate, tomorrow on Thursday, we're going to be in a meeting. And interest rate and non-farm payroll on Friday, we're going to be in a Zoom meeting. So most of these news events, we're in meetings at the time, and we go over it and we try to get in trades all together as a group. So we already looked at gold, but we can definitely check out the Aussie CAD. The Aussie CAD was another trade that I took this week that I shared with my members. I got out already, but I ended up taking it from right here, and I ended up getting out right there. So that was another pretty decent trade that we took. This was a trade that I held on from last week, but definitely looking for longs for sure. I'm not really sure what that RTY Russell's futures is, but we could probably take a look. I'm not sure what that is though. I really do not think that these trends are over the Aussie CAD. We're not bouncing off a fib level. We're actually right in between two fib levels on the daily, and we are still making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. We are definitely still in an uptrend, 100%. Going down to the 4-hour time frame, I'm definitely still looking for longs. I'm looking at this move down as possibly another correction, and I think that we at least need to go up to the 123 Fibonacci level, maybe even further than that, definitely. So I'm personally definitely looking for longs in an uptrend. I don't really think that this is it. I would expect to see some sort of a three-wave move like this, some sort of an A, some sort of a B, and some sort of a C. But on the higher time frames, like the daily, weekly, and monthly, the trend is definitely still up, which means that I am definitely still looking for longs in an uptrend, 100%. So let's see. Yeah, let's check out the NASDAQ. Yeah, the NASDAQ is definitely still in an uptrend too. I actually think these trends are not over on these indices either. I don't think that the S&P 500 or any of them are actually over. I would definitely still be looking at this as more longs, honestly. I was thinking that the correction was already over. It really looks like the correction is already over. We'll have to see if it really is or not, but mm. So yeah, I would definitely still be looking for longs. I think this is very likely a wave A. I think this is very likely a wave B, and I think this is a wave C. It may end up going down a little bit more. I mean, it really hasn't broken structure, unfortunately, but it's not looking that convincing, is it? Yeah, I mean, it seems like it would go up one more time. I would think that this move right here would be a correction to the uptrend, because man, this really looks like an ABC correction to me. I would expect this to keep going up, and maybe even a wave one, a wave two, and a wave three to come. So I would definitely still be looking for longs in an uptrend, 100%, definitely. I think there's a pretty good chance it's going to keep going up by the looks of it. Hmm. Yeah, it's looking pretty bullish to me, that's for sure. So, yeah, it definitely looks pretty bullish to me, I would say. Uh, Let me see. What's that other one there? The Russell is the US 200, 2000 right here. This is the Russell I know. Russell 2000. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the Russell right here that you're asking for. Yeah, Russell 2000 futures. Yeah, E-minis. So yeah, this is definitely it. We did make a lower high right there, so we do have to be a little concerned that maybe the Nasdaq and some of these other ones could continue the downtrend. But I mean, possibly this is a wave C, and possibly it goes all the way down and looks something like this for an A, B, C, and then it ends up continuing up from there. Definitely is possible. But I would be looking at this as maybe a correction to the uptrend as of right now, because looking at the other ones, they all look like they could go up pretty easily. So throw your Fibonacci retracement on there. Oh man, it definitely looks pretty corrective to me. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three. I think we're in a wave C right now. I would definitely be continuing to look for shorts, but I think there's a pretty good chance this is a wave C, and I think there's a pretty good chance it's going to go down to a Fibonacci level, make that 3, 4, 5 shape, make that double bottom, and then continue the uptrend with a break of structure. But for now, I would definitely continue to look for shorts in a downtrend. I don't really see any reason to think it's actually over yet. Yeah, I think it needs to go down, probably at least to the 50 or the 61.8. Probably going to end up looking like this, or like this, by the looks of it. Definitely seems likely. So I would be looking for shorts in a downtrend still. Yeah, let's check out that USZAR, which is the African South Africa currency, right? What do I have it? I have it on here somewhere. Right there. What do we got on this thing? Boy, what a mess. Holy crap, this thing has been awful sideways, huh? I would expect it to go up at one more time at least. It looks like a one, two, three, four, 5 to me on the monthly. So I would definitely expect this to go up at least one more time. Wow, what a mess. This thing has been in a channel for a very long time. It looked like an ABC Cretton way back here. It looks like this is an ABC. But boy, what a mess this thing is. Holy crap. I would think that it would eventually break out and go up, but boy, when it's going to happen, yeah, I mean, you'll probably answer that just as well as me, honestly. I think there's a pretty good chance that it could keep going up, just based on the higher time frames. Yeah, I mean, on the 4 hour time frame, the trend's definitely up ever since we broke structure right here. And then look at the retest it did. Break of structure, retest, man, what a beautiful entry that would have been. Break structure, retest, impulsive move up. Oh, thing of beauty. I would be looking for longs, but I would definitely be paying attention to this channel line because they might just bounce off of that and continue to make a completely messy looking pattern on the daily. I mean, this thing could literally just do this and then do that and then do that and then go down here and then eventually continue the uptrend. It does kind of look like it possibly is making some sort of a complex crescent, like 1, 2, 3 of A, and then 1, 2, 3 of B, and then something like this for wave C, and then continue back up. I mean, that's probably my best guess for that. That's kind of a mess right there. The trend is definitely up on the weekly and the monthly, so I mean, longs is probably technically the way to go. I got copper. I'm not really sure what B cuff is, but I do have copper, which I haven't looked at in quite a while. Oh wow, that looks like a wave B right there, even though it's kind of corrective looking. That looks like impulsive down wave A. This looks like an A right here. This looks like a wave B. This looks like a wave C. Boy, that looks like it could turn back down, doesn't it? Oh yeah, wow. That does look like it's turning back down. That looks like an ABC correction to me. Kind of does look like a 1, 2, 3, but I don't think that's a wave 4 because it's too strong. I think the correction is already over. I think that right there could be the top of a wave C. If that's the case, this thing is literally just going to turn into a downtrend now. Wow, yeah, definitely looking for shorts. I know that. Man, even copper, look at this thing. 1, 2, 3 waves up, go short. 1, 2, 3 waves up, go short. 1, 2, 3 waves down, go long. 1, 2, 3 waves down, go long. 1, 2, 3 waves down, go long. Man, trading is just so easy if you allow it to be. It's not easy because trading psychology gets in the way, but man, trading really does not have to be difficult if you allow it to be easy. Easier said than done, take it from me, definitely easier said than done, but definitely doesn't have to be that difficult if you don't allow it to be. Yeah, I think the dollar is probably going to the dollar pairs are probably going to kind of slow down a little bit for the rest of the day. I think that this is very likely going to be a correction to this. I think this is a wave A, I think this is a wave B, and I think it's likely to go down for a wave C. And then I think it's likely to continue the uptrend on the 1 hour time frame, that is. Even the pound dollar, even though the pound dollar is going up pretty strong, I think it's going to make a lower high. I think this is likely a wave A. I think this will probably do something like that for a wave B. And then I think it will go down again for a wave C. And gold, all I know is that we should be looking for shorts on gold. And if you were looking for shorts on gold, you'd be doing really, really well right now. But we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves right there. You would think that this would start a move to the upside before it actually went down again. But it doesn't have to. I mean, it is definitely making lower lows, lower highs, especially here. Lower high, lower high, lower high. Lower low, lower low. Equal low. I would definitely be looking for shorts on gold. Definitely looking for shorts on gold. You get, like I always say, you gotta remember the trend is your friend. Trading against the trend is what's gonna get you in trouble. Ooh, oil's trying to push up, Hammy. I don't think I would go long on oil, but oh yeah, it's definitely pushing up, isn't it? Maybe if you're scalping. I mean, we are at a Fibonacci level, so it's probably pretty likely that it starts a little bit of a push up. But boy, I would say at this point it's almost definitely going to end up going back down. I would definitely be looking for shorts in a downtrend for sure. Even on this time frame, boy, it looks like a 1, 2, 3. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Exactly. I would say the same thing. Going up for a wave four, Hammy. Exactly what I would think. Definitely. You're on the same page, buddy, for sure. So how would you know when the wave four is over? You'd have to put your Fibonacci retracement on the wave three, and you would look for 1, 2, 3 waves to go short again for the wave five. So, in a ways, like I said, definitely join my Discord channel. The link is on the screen up top right here, Discord right here, but the link is also in the chats of this live stream, and it's also in the description of this live stream. You have nothing to lose by joining. It is 100% free to join. You never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. We have over 5,100 members right now, and it's a really, really great community of traders that are willing to help each other out. Please join, share your charts, share your trade ideas, interact with other traders, and just really have a good time. I will be back on my live stream tomorrow at the same time, which is 4:30 UK time and 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I will be taking requests at the time, so definitely make sure you stop in. And if you have something you would like me to look at, then put in the chats. I'll be more than happy to look at it. But for now, that's it. This is my third live stream today, so that's all for now. I will talk to you guys later on tomorrow, or if you are in the members group, after I cook dinner right around 8 o'clock, about 2.5 hours from now, I'll be back on the computer, and I'll be doing some evening analysis. So if you anybody has any questions, definitely let me know. As always, thank you and happy